Through extensive research, we've put together the 5 best pre-built PCs for 4K gaming available on the market in 2022. Links for all of the PCs mentioned in this video will be in the description box below. Number 5. SKYTECH SHIVA. You may have heard of SKYTECH before, and if you haven't, there's no better time to learn. If you're looking to use your PC for more than just gaming, you'll be pleased with the SKYTECH SHIVA's performance, as you'll be able to fully immerse yourself in streaming, virtual reality, and video editing work. Packed inside is a fully unlocked Ryzen 5 5600X processor. With 6 cores and 12 threads, you're looking at an affordable but still very powerful CPU. Additionally, the X means the processor is unlocked, so you can overclock the processor if you need the extra processing power. Admittedly, it's not a top-of-the-line processor, but it's still powerful enough for 4K gaming, and lets you save around $200 or $300 without affecting your gaming performance in any noticeable way. In terms of storage, you're looking at an average configuration for this price point. With 1 TB of NVMe solid-state storage, you'll be able to boot your computer in seconds and be enjoying your games right away. As for the RAM, you're looking at a fairly average 16 GB of DDR4. This is probably the weakest point of this PC, especially considering the price, but luckily it's easy enough to upgrade if you want to. Though, keep in mind, you won't be able to upgrade to DDR5 RAM due to the motherboard configuration. We were quite impressed with the graphics configuration at this price range. In fact, the GPU is one of the main reasons we felt like we had to add this PC to the list. With an RTX 3080 graphics card, you'll be able to run just about any game you can think of at 4K. The 10 GB of GDDR6X video memory is the fastest memory on the market, and the modern graphics architecture makes this GPU a perfect choice for gamers who want to utilize ray tracing. We ran some benchmarks to figure out how well this system performs with games at 4K, and overall, the results are very good. Games like Gears 5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Horizon Zero Dawn averaged almost 90 frames per second. Even on maximum settings, these are very good frame rates. Less demanding games like Wolfenstein Youngblood and Doom Eternal were no issue for this system either, getting around 120 to 130 FPS on ultra settings. Lastly, the overall quality of the build and case are great, with no major flaws or concerns. The cable management is also solid and shows that the PC was built by professionals. Our only concern is the warranty, which is a bit short for our liking at only 1 year of coverage. Overall, the SKYTECH SHIVA is an excellent value pick for 4K gaming. It provides one of the best, if not the best, GPU you can get at this price point while cutting costs only on components that don't affect your gaming experience as much, even at 4K, such as the CPU, RAM, or liquid cooling for your CPU-GPU. If you're looking for the best performance per dollar for 4K gaming, you'll be hard-pressed to find anything better than the SHIVA from SKYTECH. Number 4. SKYTECH CHRONOS. With SKYTECH offering a fantastic level of performance, sleek and stylish design, and amazing prices, we decided to feature more than one gaming PC from their lineup. The CHRONOS is a step ahead of the SHIVA, offering a slightly better gaming performance for newer, more taxing games. To start off, the SKYTECH CHRONOS is packing an Intel Core i9-10900K processor. The only downside is that we're already up to almost 13th generation, so being stuck with a 10th gen CPU is a little bit of a disadvantage. However, let's not forget that this is still an i9, one of the most powerful processors you can possibly get in a desktop PC. And when it comes to gaming, you're only going to be missing out on a couple of FPS when compared to newer gen i9 CPUs. As with all the K processors, this one's also unlocked if you plan on overclocking your rig. When it comes to storage capacity, we were a little disappointed to find that SKYTECH only included a 1 TB NVMe SSD. This is fine for computers in a lower price bracket, such as the SHIVA, but we were hoping for a bit more in a PC with this price tag. The CHRONOS makes up for it by coming standard with 32 gigs of RAM. However, it's a DDR4 memory, making it around 30% slower compared to the newer DDR5 memory found on some higher-end PCs. Now, what's really impressive with this PC is the graphics. The SKYTECH CHRONOS is packed with an RTX 3080 Ti, one of the most powerful GPUs on the market. For 4K gaming and even streaming your games, this GPU has all the power you need. Games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Gears of War 5, and The Witcher 3 approached 100 FPS on average, even running at 4K resolution and on the highest settings. Plus, with a striking white design, glass side panel, and nice mesh pattern on the front, this PC strikes an excellent balance between aesthetics and airflow. Overall, the SKYTECH CHRONOS offers excellent performance for 4K gaming without going overboard on the price. It manages to do that by using older components, such as the 10th gen Intel CPU and the older DDR4 memory. That's perfect for budget-conscious gamers because it doesn't really impact the in-game performance as much. But keep in mind, you'll be missing out on the future-proofing that higher-end PCs offer. Number 3. Corsair One i300. In today's market, it can seem impossible to find something compact and powerful enough for high-end 4K gaming. If you don't have room for a colossal gaming PC, your choices might be limited. If that sounds like you, enter Corsair One i300. Their One series of gaming PCs has been solid throughout the years, but the i300 offers the best overall performance we've seen so far from Corsair. We're happy to see that Corsair loaded this PC up with the latest generation Intel Core i9 processor. With a 12th gen CPU, you know this PC will keep going for a long time. The Intel Core i9 12900K is also fully unlocked, so if you want to overclock your CPU, you have that option. In terms of storage, you get a sweet 2TB NVMe SSD, perfect for loading a vast library of your favorite games. Besides that, you also get a ton of the faster DDR5 RAM, 32 gigs to be exact, as a standard configuration. If that's not enough, you're about to double that very easily. Honestly, we couldn't ask for more, especially in a PC of this size. Furthermore, despite its small size, Corsair still managed to squeeze an RTX 3080 graphics card in there. Our first concern when learning about this was that it might be in danger of overheating. However, Corsair uses the same configuration they've been using in the One gaming PCs for years. 2 designated liquid AIO coolers for both the CPU and GPU to make sure everything stays at a comfortable temperature in this compact case. And it works really well, especially if you're going to use it only for gaming. Even when under load, 4K resolution, high settings, the average temperature stays below 75 degrees Celsius as far as the GPU is concerned. And on top of that, the noise levels are more than acceptable thanks to the liquid cooling, only getting up to 40 decibels at max load. When benchmarking the PC at 4K, we're pleasantly surprised. Games like Gears of War 5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider averaged around 80 to 100 FPS, even on high settings. Older, less demanding games are no struggle at all for this PC either, and you'll easily be able to run all titles on a high-performing 4K monitor. Probably the best part about this PC is that you know every component in it will be from Corsair, meaning high quality and reliable. You get a 750-watt Platinum Corsair power supply, Corsair liquid coolers, memory modules, and more. The worry that your PC is going to come with subpar components is completely out the window. Overall, the Corsair One i300 checks all the boxes that you should be on the lookout for when searching for a compact 4K gaming PC. The only two things we consider real drawbacks are the premium price and slightly lower performance compared to gaming PCs in the same price range. But if you need a portable, compact, and high-performing gaming PC, there currently isn't a better option. Number 2. CYBERPOWERPC Gamer Supreme. Our next pick is the best all-around recommendation for a high-end 4K gaming PC, heavy rendering, or any other demanding application. This one was a really close second, and a few things made it really unique, such as the stunning case from Height, with its sweeping glass panels reminiscent of a glass skyscraper. Loaded with a 12th gen Intel Core i9 12900KF CPU, this system is clearly running the best of the best. The processor is fully unlocked if you're looking to squeeze even more power out of it with overclocking. Gaming benchmarks for the Core i9 are top-notch, and this CPU makes an excellent base from which to launch your gaming empire. In terms of storage, this PC offers one of the best configurations compared to its competitors. You get a gigantic 2TB NVMe SSD for all of your primary applications, and an additional 4TB HDD for storing your data files. Not to mention, this case has so much room in it that you can add even more hard drives. Additionally, CyberPowerPC has included 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. 32 gigs of DDR5 memory is currently overkill for almost every application, but the future-proofing you're getting with this memory is unmatched. You can expect this to be sufficient for at least 5 years, even more if we're talking only gaming. As far as graphics card, you get the NVIDIA RTX 3090. Not quite top of the line, but certainly one of the best you can currently get. You'll be able to load up the vast majority of your games on the highest settings at 4K, no problem. As usual, we put this PC to a test with different benchmarks, and it passed with flying colors. We checked out how some of the most popular games run on this setup, and the results are truly impressive. The first game we looked at was Horizon Zero Dawn. Running on the highest settings and 4K resolution, we were able to see an average of around 90 FPS. We also looked at games like Death Stranding, which showed well over 100 frames per second on the highest settings. Games like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege were no problem at all, easily pushing over 144 frames per second at ultra settings. Besides having amazing gaming performance, the CyberPower Gamer Supreme also has a unique design. We already mentioned how we felt about the sweeping glass panel display that wraps around the front and side of the case, but it's worth bringing up how unique this is. No other gaming PC on the market delivers such a striking impression. Furthermore, CyberPowerPC offers one of the best warranties out of any other PC maker. With 3 years of coverage on labor and 1 year of coverage on parts, you'll appreciate the extra peace of mind. All in all, this gaming PC is an excellent fit for enthusiasts looking for a unique PC to pair with their 4K monitor. It'll run the vast majority of games at 4K without breaking a sweat, while offering a quality build, striking aesthetics, and a liquid cooling setup. The only drawback is the premium price tag. But honestly, did you expect this PC to be affordable? Number 1. SKYTECH PRISM 2. When it comes to gaming PCs, there are those who settle for average, and those who demand the best of the best. Sometimes it's just better to build a PC that'll last a lifetime of gaming, and by picking out the best quality from the start, you're setting yourself up to never have to buy a new PC again. If you want to shatter the current gaming benchmarks and bring new meaning to the term high performance, then we have just the computer for you. To start off, you get a top-of-the-line Intel Core i9-12900K processor, fully unlocked for overclocking. As if the 3.2 GHz base speed wasn't enough, this processor can boost up to 5.10 GHz when called upon. A CPU like this won't struggle with 4K gaming, streaming, or whatever processor-heavy task you can throw at it. Additionally, the Prism 2 comes equipped with 32 gigs of the new DDR5 RAM clocked at 4800 MHz. While both the amount and speed are overkill, even for 4K gaming, you'll definitely appreciate the future-proofing. On top of that, if you want to upgrade any of the components in the future, the power supply allows you plenty of room to do so, with a whopping 1000 watts of power. In terms of graphics, the SKYTECH Prism 2 blows away the competition with an RTX 3090 Ti from NVIDIA. The performance of this GPU is currently second to none. And with 24 gigs of high-speed GDDR6X graphics memory, you'll easily max out any game you can think of, even on a 4K monitor. When running your favorite games, make sure you prepare for an explosive experience. The details, lighting effects, and textures provided by this system provide you with the most responsive and immersive gaming experience possible. We were able to back up these claims with some impressive benchmarks. Looking at games like Far Cry 6 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we saw average frame rates of almost 80 FPS on ultra settings, and Watch Dogs Legion averaged 60 frames per second on maxed out settings, even on the highest settings with ray tracing and DLSS at 4K resolution. Furthermore, even the most demanding and unstable games out there, like Cyberpunk 2077, managed to run well on the SKYTECH Prism. Cyberpunk 2077 ran even better than we expected, reaching almost 55 FPS, even on the highest possible settings in 4K. Keep in mind, you can always dial the settings back a bit to get your preferred frame rate. This is just to show that this system is capable of handling the most taxing games with the highest possible settings. Additionally, there's a lot of praise for the design of the SKYTECH Prism 2. You get a ton of USB ports, HDMI, and DisplayPort 1.4a connectors, as well as multiple RGB cooling fans. Speaking of cooling, you also get a 360mm AIO cooler to keep your i9-12900K nice and cool, even when overclocked. All of this is packed into a Neo Cube case from Fantex, an extremely well-made case with the ability to showcase your entire build. The entire front and side of the case are made of tempered glass, so you can enjoy admiring your gaming PC with its dazzling display of colors. One thing you should be prepared for is the sheer size of this case. If you were hoping for something compact, the SKYTECH Prism is not the one for you. Otherwise, if you're hoping to make an impact on your desk or gaming area, this PC will be a display of ultimate domination. Overall, the SKYTECH Prism 2 is the perfect computer if you're looking for the best of the best. You get a quality, stylish, and well-cooled gaming PC with the performance to run the most taxing games comfortably at 4K. Alright guys, these were the top 5 pre-built desktops for 4K gaming currently available on the market. Be sure to check out the description to find the most up-to-date prices of all the PCs mentioned in this video. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you didn't, feel free to hit the dislike button as well. Most importantly, if you need help with choosing the right PC for you, drop a comment below, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. See you soon.